All right, my haul for the month of May. Got stuff boxed up, ready to go. Waiting on some more auctions to end, but it's looking pretty good. Getting this room cleaned up finally. Looks a lot different than it did before. And yeah, so almost done thinning out my collection and selling some old stuff I had. All right, guys, going to talk now about the pickups I've got for May 2018. We're about a third of the way through June already, so better late than never. I'll kind of fly through this first one here, Star Wars Complete Saga. I did a video on this one already back in May. That was more talking about the bogus copies that I found out they're floating around on eBay and Amazon. This looks to me like it's a good copy. The discs themselves look like they're not blanks. The artwork looks good to me. Watch the video if you really are that interested. It's not that exciting. It looks good. Got a good deal on eBay. Paid nowhere near full price. Had a Walmart sticker on it, so I'm hoping that it's a legit copy. Looks good to me. The films play, so as far as I'm concerned, it's a good copy. Next one is Street Trash here from Synapse. Great film. I discovered this a long time ago on VHS here in the States. It's really hard to explain. Very gross, splattery, melty, gooey people movie. There's a guy the Vietnam vet that's like the king of the bums that kills people with a knife made out of human bone. So crazy movie. Probably better treatment than it really deserves. It really shows how gross New York City was back in the 80s. And Synapse did a fantastic job with that. I know they took a long time to get the transfer right, and it really shows. It's fantastic. It blows the old DVDs out of the water. This is one I had, the old Dragon, it's a German import Laserdisc. Definitely the best version of this film ever released. Next here is the Halloween 2 from Scream Factory. And I know in my last video I said I didn't need to spend a whole lot to get the complete collection since I got the 10-disc collection, the collaborative one from Anchor Bay and Scream Factory and probably New Line or Miramax, whomever it is now. But this is one I wanted to pick up. I got a good deal on this one on eBay because this one has the television cut as an extra disc. It's a DVD, but it's pretty much complete my Halloween collection. I wanted to get this. It was like $10 on eBay, and I noticed that I didn't have to spend to get everything on there in the last video, but now this pretty much completes that collection. Speaking of Synapse, jump a little bit here. I completed my steelbook collection from Synapse. This is the steelbook of Popcorn and the steelbook of Phenomena. And I'm pretty sure Phenomena is available outside of the US from Arrow, or maybe just Arrow UK. But I think this is pretty much the same as that edition. This is a little bit different than the actual Blu Ray, the standalone Blu Ray from Synapse. Now this has a CD, but I think every US Blu Ray release from Synapse, regardless of the packaging, has 3 cuts of the movie. So this is actually an upgrade from the old Anchor Bay DVD that I had. That wasn't even an anamorphic transfer. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm sure it looks great. But I've got all of the Synapse steelbooks now. Tenebrae, Demons 1, Demons 2, and Suspiria. They're in the other room. So I'm really hoping to bust these out pretty soon. I have never seen Popcorn, so I'm actually looking forward to it. Well, anecdote, Synapse is actually a local company. They're based in a city called Romulus, which is outside of Detroit. I ordered these directly from their website, and last time I checked, they're still available. They're like $45 a piece, something like that. And I got these in one day. They shipped in media mail. They shipped on like a Tuesday. I got them the next Wednesday, so I was pretty surprised with that. So yeah, great pickups. And these are on standalone Blu-rays as well from Synapse. So if you can't get a hold of these, you can always get those. You'll generally get the same thing, just different packaging. While we're on steelbooks, these are 2 of my steelbook pickups for the month. More Shout Factory, Scream Factory stuff. Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. This is a really crazy movie if you've never seen it before. Peter Weller is great as the title character, Buckaroo Banzai. It's an early movie, early 80s movie. Jeff Goldblum's in it, early young Jeff Goldblum. I really love the cover art on this, and it's a crazy ride. I rewatched it recently, and it's a lot of fun. Kind of cheesy, campy kind of thing. I wish they would have done more of these, but this is the only one they ever did. But if you ever get a chance to see it, it's probably worth at least one watch. Who else is in this one? Christopher Lloyd and John Lithgow and a bunch of other character actors that you've probably seen a bunch of other times. So really fun, cool movie. They Live from Scream Factory, Shout Factory. You know, one of the best fight scenes in the history of film. Roddy Piper, Keith David, kill it in this movie. Definitely a dystopian type of thing going on with the aliens that come down. And maybe you can or can't apply it to these days. I don't want to get political, but a really cool movie. One of John Carpenter's best, I think, and probably one of his least known. I think a lot of people maybe don't know about that one. Appears to have Escape from New York. Again, this is another upgrade from my other old DVD set. Haven't opened it yet, but this is a great movie. Isaac Hayes, Donald Pleasance, Kurt Russell are in the St. Ernest Borgnines in this one. Adrian Barbeau as well. So it's got a really good cast, even just their supporting cast. I love the artwork on these steelbooks here from Scream Factory, and I'm glad I was able to actually pick them up. Prince of Darkness. And this is one I kind of got. I resold the my old, again, MGM DVD. I love the cover art on this. I've seen it a handful of times. Again, probably another one of Carpenter's lesser known films, maybe. I've seen it a few times. Don't really remember a whole lot about it. But I will open it and watch it very soon. And here's The Fog. Again, the spectacular cover art they did here for these steelbooks. This was on sale on Amazon for like $12. I think I actually got it from a third-party seller because it wasn't in stock at the time, so I paid a bit more. I'm wondering when these are going to run out, and they say they're limited to 10,000 copies, but I still see them everywhere. Assault on Precinct 13. Again, the cover art's really cool. John Carpenter's take on a Western, basically. The remake wasn't great. But those are my steelbooks for the month. Actually, there's one more. Lords of Salem. This is another one that was on my Amazon wish list for a long time, and it was always really inexpensive. I've never really paid much attention to it, and then one day I noticed it was no longer being listed, so then I went ahead and bought it from a third-party seller, used. The disc was not in great shape, but it played back perfectly, so maybe I'll resurface it one day. It's a weird movie. I'm definitely a fan of Rob Zombie's music. I know his films kind of divide people. I liked the movie generally. The first act I thought was really good. Second and third act kind of slowed things down and kind of got to the point where we didn't care about it too much. I think it really showcased actually Sherry Moon Zombie's acting chops, I suppose. I really dug the character for the first act. After that, again, it just kind of went, eh. But for, $10 or so, you got the Steelbook, and we're all, big Steelbook fans, so. Other ones I got here, 4K edition of Saving Private Ryan. And again, what can you really say about this film? One of the greatest war films ever. Great performances across the board. Really interesting to see how older films look in 4K. The HDR does its thing. But of course it looks fantastic. All the washed out colors in that movie. Soundtrack's great as far as the actual movie soundtrack, things blowing up and loud noises and stuff. But a classic film. Again, another upgrade here from DVD going right to 4K. Sold off the old DVD. And the Shape of Water here on 4K. And of course, I shouldn't even have to say it, that looks absolutely phenomenal. Modern films, especially from such a visual director as Del Toro, with a big budget behind him, are going to look great on any format. But then the 4K format especially, this thing just looked great. The set design, costume design of this film was just out of this world. Movie itself, the story itself was kind of trite, I guess. But the film overall, the visuals kind of sucks you in, and the 4K format is definitely a way to watch it. And I enjoyed it. It wasn't great. For a Best Picture winner, it's hard to really go back and say that I'm going to fall over and watch it, once a month. But it was a good movie, but visually stunning here on 4K. I guess I'll save the best for last. Killer Clowns from Outer Space here from our friends at Arrow Video USA. No, they didn't send it to me. Of course, I bought it, but they did us a good favor in releasing it. There's the old poster here on the flip side of the artwork. This was a 4K scan, and again, probably better than this film deserves. It's a fun, campy, 80s B movie. Definitely a throwback to, 50s science fiction, monster, alien space movies. Visual effects aren't fantastic, but the makeup effects and the clowns, I mean, they look just like the artwork here. The clown makeup was just stunning. It was great. I always loved this movie just for that. It was kind of creepy as a kid. Now as an adult, you kind of see past the creepiness, but I didn't really appreciate how cool the clowns were made in this film. Again, doing a 4K scan, presented on Blu Ray, so it's only being shown basically in 2K. But you get a great picture out of this. I always makes me wonder, how much better could a film like this look? Is our next step up, 6K, 8K, and what would, such a huge resolution to fill. Would it really look any better? I don't really know. But the film itself, if you're a horror fan, B-movie fan, probably check it out. Blows away the MGM releases for sure. So Arrow did a fantastic job on this. And if you've never seen it, especially, go check it out. So that's it for my pickups. Got a lot of steelbooks this past month. In June, there's really not a whole lot out that I want to get. Again, I thinned out my collection recently, sold off a lot of duplicates, a lot of DVDs, mostly a few Blu-rays here and there, Killer Clowns being one of them, Saving Private Ryan, another DVD that was upgraded and then gotten rid of. So I'm using the funds from those sales to fund these upgrades for the most part. I was able to clear out a lot of stuff from the other room here. So in June, I don't really know what I'll be buying. Probably not nearly as much. A lot of the stuff was on my wish list. The Synapse steelbooks weren't even on my radar, but I had the extra money to get them from this other sales, so I decided to pull the trigger on those. So I don't know what June will hold, so hopefully I'll have some cool stuff to show you, and probably do it a little bit sooner than what is today, the 8th, 9th, I don't even know. So do a little bit sooner in July, hopefully. So again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.